just got notified by the hospital that she didn't make it.
Oh my God. No, don't tell me. Please don't tell me that. Did she die?
Sir.
Oh God, no, no, no.
This is 64-year-old Anthony Stalcup, feigning devastation after learning about the death of his 60-year-old wife, Judy Stalcup. But the shocking twist is that he's the one in handcuffs.
She didn't shoot herself.
And I didn't shoot her.
Well, then what happened?
When first responders arrive, they find Judy's body on the couch, drenched in blood. Anthony turns the horrifying tragedy of his wife's death into a comedy act. But that very attempt at humor is about to turn his world upside down.
Well, Tony, guess what? I'm going to call you a liar. You got a woman that you say you love that is fighting for her life right now, and you're trying to feed me a line of bull like that.
But his lies are just the tip of the iceberg. And as the interrogation proceeds, Anthony is about to do something so bizarre that it leaves the detectives stunned.
Man, what are you looking at yourself for?
On July 10th, 2019, police officers were dispatched to 6230 Noble Road in Paducah, Kentucky, following a disturbing 911 call. Inside the camper, they found Judy with a gunshot wound, lying in a pool of blood. However, she was still alive when they checked her pulse, so they quickly rushed her for medical assistance. They also found Judy's husband, Anthony, inside the camper. At that time, Anthony was visibly intoxicated and struggling to follow basic commands. However, as soon as Anthony gained his composure, he started staging his story, which would soon land him on the suspect list.
Who else was in there?
And I said, nobody.
Nobody? It was just you and her?
No, yes, sir.
How did he get in there?
And I said, well, I called him.
Okay.
I said, Lord God in heaven. So, Judy's shot. Somebody come help me.
Okay. And you were asleep?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there was nobody else in the residence?
No, sir.
Okay. Then how did she do it herself, or what happened?
As far as I know, she did.
Was she sitting in the chair when you looked over?
When I looked over, she said, Tony, I've been shot.
The detectives brought Anthony in for questioning, and the case unfolded with unexpected turns that no one expected to witness.
Are you working anywhere, sir?
No, I'm retired.
Retired? Where are you retired from?
Barber.
Barber?
Yeah.
All right.
That's a pretty good looking cut you get there.
Appreciate it. How long did you cut hair?
30 years.
Really? You do it here in town or?
Right, in Texas.
Oh, okay. How'd you get started doing that?
I don't know. Howard Phone and Jack Phone used to have Pandemos out at Reeland, and they got me interested in it.
No.
And I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's just.
Where'd you do it in Texas?
Sonny's Hair Designs by Accent.
Okay.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I really am. I just go with the flow, and I do what I gotta do, and that's.
Anthony appears cheerful and casually chats with the detective as if nothing's wrong. From the very beginning, it seems his goal is clear: to paint himself in the best possible light.
So I lay there, and I'd probably been asleep about 10 minutes, and I heard kaboom. And I said, what the hell did you... You shot me. I said, I was asleep. I didn't shoot nobody. And she said, well, I guess you won't have to worry about me no more. And she just fell over in the chair. And I got up, and I called the neighbors. Of course, I mean, what am I going to do? I called the neighbors, and I said, Judy's been shot. Do what? I said, Judy has shot herself. We'll be over in a minute. I said, Alan, I'm going to prison. Because I'm an ex-felon. I ain't even supposed to be around guns.
Man.
And I said, she has done me beyond belief again. And I said, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. She said, well, wait over a minute. And then all of a sudden, the cops was there, and here I said it. I told your buddy in there, and I said, well, I said, I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm going to prison. He said, no, you're not even under arrest.
No.
He said, you're not under arrest. I said, when they find that gun in that house, and I'm an ex-felon, they are going to automatically take me.
Anthony clings to his innocent image, but the fact that he's more worried about his past as an ex-felon and the possibility of being arrested, rather than his wounded wife, is deeply troubling. His story lacks genuine emotion, and right on cue, he tries to compensate with a display of fake tears for his wife. But in this process, he is about to make a grave mistake.
It's just that simple.
Yeah. No, it's not that simple.
And I said, God, can somebody just take me to, where did they take her? Did they take her to Baptist?
Yes. Yeah, they took her back.
Can somebody please get me to my wife?
Yeah, nobody can be around her right now, obviously. They've got doctors around her, and they're trying to do what they can for her.
I will I'll sit there till hell freezes over. That's my baby.
You fell asleep. Where'd you fall asleep?
I went to sleep on the couch.
Okay.
On the couch.
Were you laying down?
I was facing this way on the couch against the wall, and all of a sudden I heard kaboom, and I thought, did she shoot me? But no, she's jerky.
So you were kind of leaned up against the wall, kind of sitting like you are now, and just leaned up against the wall, and that's.
Oh no, I was laying down.
Okay, you were laying down.
Yeah, I was laying down on the couch
with your feet on this side. And head down there.
Yeah, I sound asleep. And I heard that gun go off, and I thought, what in the hell?
What did she say when you woke up?
Oh, she didn't say nothing. She's out. She's gone.
She was already out when you woke up?
She was just like this in the chair.
Okay. So what'd you do then?
I said, oh my God, what have you done? And she wouldn't answer me. So I called Allie and Nettie, our neighbors.
Sure.
And I said, Judy's been shot. Y'all need to get over here. We need to do something. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go to jail. I don't know what to do.
Anthony desperately tries to stick to his story, but whether it was the alcohol or his nerves catching up, he slips. He claims Judy was lying on the couch and didn't say a word, directly contradicting his earlier statement where she told him, "You shot me." Noticing that Anthony is struggling with his story, the detective turns up the heat, hitting him with more probing questions.
And when Allie got over there and she started slapping her in the face, she said, Tony, we've got to have an ambulance. I said, Allie, they're going to take me to jail.
How long do you think it was from when
about 30 minutes.
You woke up till they called an ambulance?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Mm-hmm. I worked in surgery, okay, when I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in surgery, and then I took anatomy and physiology and barbering and all that, and I thought, God, what could that have hit?
Yeah.
It could have hit her lungs, it could have hit her heart, and I just...
According to Anthony, Judy laid helpless on the couch for nearly 30 minutes before the ambulance arrived, a detail the detective finds hard to overlook. When asked what was going through his mind during that time, Anthony dodges the question, steering the conversation toward an unrelated topic. Isn't it clear that he is desperately hiding something?
You What'd you do with the gun after that? Or let me back up. Where was the gun after you saw that? What had you done with it?
When I saw it, I laid it down on the coffee table.
Okay. Where was it when you woke up?
It was in her hand.
Okay. In which hand?
Her left hand, right hand.
Her right hand? Okay.
Yeah.
Is she right-handed or left-handed?
She's right-handed.
Okay. You're kind of motioning there. What were you doing?
She's right-handed. She had to do this. I mean, that's the only way. She just could.
Okay.
But
and it was still in her hand?
Yeah.
Can you kind of describe to me, show me kind of how?
It was down in the chair like this.
Okay. So her hand was still in the chair?
Yeah.
Caught up in the moment, Anthony becomes careless. He casually says he doesn't care if the police test his hands for gunpowder residue, a bold statement that he doesn't realize will come back to haunt him. But once the detective wraps up the interrogation, Anthony will understand just how serious that slip-up was, and he'll do something truly bizarre to escape the consequences.
So what led up to this, you think?
Me drinking again.
But you just started drinking today, right?
Yesterday.
You only had 3 beers?
Yesterday.
Okay. So you went to the store yesterday with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how many did you have a bunch yesterday or something? Or
there was an 18-pack and there was 2 left in it, but all I did was drink and go to sleep. Okay. I mean.
So you drank 16 yesterday?
I'm the most non-violent person you'll ever meet in your life.
And I mean, it's not illegal to drink beer in your own camper. I'm just trying to, obviously,
right.
Everybody.
What led to it, and she don't like I said, we're both alcoholics.
Right.
And for me to drink a beer is just like, oh my God, help me.
That ain't, what had she been saying about the drinking? You said you think that,
well,
that's why.
Okay. In 1999, she drank a glass or a little bottle about this big of 98% pure arsenic. Dr. King's got all the records and been, and so she suffered from depression. She suffered from bipolar. She has migraines, and we've been together 30 years. But yeah, she just I antagonized that, I guess.
Antagonized what?
Her drinking that poison.
Oh.
She said we had a 12-year-old son that was just out of control.
It's possible that Judy wasn't happy seeing Anthony drinking again. Given their troubled history, alcohol had become a dangerous trigger. They knew opening a bottle could lead to disaster. But even so, that reason alone doesn't seem to be enough to push Judy to the edge and attempt suicide.
From when the time that you all went to Cheers and you fell asleep, how long do you think that was?
Probably an hour.
An hour? Okay. Then how long do you think you were asleep?
I wasn't asleep long. I had just went to sleep and I heard a cup boom.
Okay. So within 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Within shorter than that, or?
No, 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes. And I thought, oh my God, what have I done? You always want to blame yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why would you be to blame in this situation?
Well, if I wouldn't have went and got no beer, she wouldn't have done this stupid.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if she went with you and she says she's going to buy it for you one more time, surely she can't be that upset about it.
Like I said, she's Cherokee.
Yeah, you said that before. You mean, what does that mean?
You ever been around the Indian?
Well, yeah. You saying she got a temper, or what do you mean?
Oh yeah, when she gets something in her head, that's it. It's over. You can't change her mind. You just can't even talk to her. I've been asleep probably about 30 minutes, and then bam.
Then you woke up when you heard that.
The story takes another unexpected turn when Anthony suddenly starts blaming himself for what happened to Judy. But just as quickly, he backtracks, shifting the blame to Judy, calling her a hothead and suggesting she caused the situation. That slip is all the detectives need to catch a whiff of the real story. But soon, Anthony is going to come up with another story that will flabbergast everyone.
It's ain't no blood or nothing, but I said, what the hell did you... I thought maybe she just shot to save man, or where I grew up, hell, she fly on the wall or something.
Right.
I'm no biker.
Right.
And I thought, what has she done? And she said, I'm shot. And I said, oh, you ain't shot. Leave me alone. Just let me go back to sleep. And it got real quiet. And I rolled over and looked at her, and she just... And I said, oh my God, what have you done? And I called Eddie and Adeline. I said, Eddie, y'all, somebody get over here. Something's wrong. I think Judy shot herself. I don't know what the hell's going on, but please come over.
And then you noticed that she wasn't saying anything?
Yeah, and I tipped her over, and that's when I saw a gunshot hole right here. And I said,
So is that like the first thing you did after you heard that is ask her what she did?
yeah, I jumped up because she's already over like this, and I jumped up and I said, Judy, wake up. Judy, don't do this, because she's done stupid before. And I said, Judy, talk to me. At least, come on, acknowledge me. And she just, and I said, and I grabbed her shoulder and pulled her over, and I said, oh my God.
Until now, the detective hasn't revealed Judy's death to Anthony. A parallel investigation is underway, with neighbors being questioned while Anthony is being grilled in the interrogation room. But Anthony has no clue, and he is about to come up with a more bizarre story, making it painfully clear he's lying.
People don't kill themselves over beer, though. I understand, even if you both are alcoholics.
Yeah, you don't know my life.
I would think she'd shoot you over to get you to stop drinking. That's what most women would do, right?
I wish she would.
Why would she shoot herself when you heard the boom?
Right.
What happened right then and there? Right when you heard the boom?
I jumped.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped up off the dogs don't like loud noises. They don't like thunder.
Yeah, most don't.
The dogs were going crazy, and I jumped up, and she said, I've been shot.
All right. So, your dogs, are they kind of pretty protective of y'all?
Oh, yeah.
They bark when people come over?
Well, they're territorial.
Yeah.
Somebody comes in the yard, or gas people been working out there or whatever, they go nuts and barking and carrying on, but I don't think they ever hurt anybody.
They hear people outside?
Yeah.
So they'll be inside the gas person?
Oh, they're always inside.
Okay. But they hear the gas person coming?
Oh, yeah.
And get loud and
meter reader or whatever, and they'll start barking and bristles come up and all that.
Yeah. And they wake you up in the middle of the night. So I know a lot of dogs do.
Yeah, they're sweethearts.
Yeah.
They really are. They're sweethearts.
I know I had a dog, and man, I guess they don't sleep very hard, and boy, they wake me up.
When they hear something or something don't seem right to them,
Mm-hmm.
then they're gonna get aggressive.
Yeah, I know my dog would wake me up out of a dead sleep.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear anything, but they could hear something, obviously.
You heard anything about Judy?
No, I actually, I've been trying to talk to one of the deputies that's there. But so would you think that your the dogs, if somebody was outside or had come inside, they definitely would have barked and you would have known?
Yeah.
So no way anybody except for the two of you could have been in the camper.
No, there wasn't no way.
While talking about the dogs, unknowingly, Anthony confirms that only he and Judy were inside the camper at the time of the incident. What he doesn't know is that Judy has already been officially pronounced dead at 5:53 p.m., and both the officers at the scene and the medical examiners had gathered enough evidence to rule out suicide beyond any doubt. With that, the detective officially begins treating the case as a homicide and plans to drop a bombshell.
What's the problem? What am I facing?
For what?
For anything.
I'm just talking to you right now.
I understand.
I mean, just because there's a gun in the house, I mean, you said it's locked away.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and it's Judy's.
Yeah, man, I think you're getting wrapped around that too much.
Oh, hey,
and
I'm scared to death.
I understand that. I mean, I understand that.
I'm 63 years old.
And
I don't.
So on the note of you being scared to death, just because you say you're scared to death and you've been down here, we've been down here for a while, and I do appreciate you coming down here because obviously we need to talk to you.
Right.
You're the only one there. Need to figure out what led up to her doing this. Since you're here and we've been here for a while, I'm going to read your rights, okay?
Here we go.
You're not under arrest.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay. I'm going to take your word for that.
You're not under arrest.
Remain silent.
Before you ask any questions, just know your rights. You have the right to remain silent. We have a couple different detectives over there, as well as doctors, obviously, that have seen this stuff. And they've spoken to people that see gunshot wounds on an almost daily basis, okay? And what they're telling us is that there's absolutely no way that she could have shot herself the way that she's been shot. All right. So we need to figure that out right now.
Okay.
I mean, how can we explain that?
I wish I knew. I really do.
Well, Tony, really, I mean, and I've been trying to wrap my head around it. Professionals, experts saying there's no way she could have shot herself in that manner. So there's really only two things that I can think of. And, you tell me what's right, what's wrong, all right? Now, I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything. You're going to have to be the one that tells me which is the right one. Either you shot her in cold blood for whatever reason, out of spite, being mean, vengeful, hateful, whatever.
I would never do that, sir.
Or you all got into an argument, you're defending yourself in some type of altercation, you're defending yourself, and it happened. I mean, we've seen both things. Mm-hmm. So one of those two things had to have been what happened. So you tell me, Tony.
The detective thought the bombshell would rattle Anthony's cold and defiant attitude, but Anthony clings to his lies, showing no remorse, only reinforcing the sense that he may be a lost cause.
I had no reason to shoot her. Captain, I had no reason. I'm deadly in love with that girl.
She didn't shoot herself.
And I didn't shoot her.
Well, then what happened?
I wish I knew.
Well, what is she going to say?
I don't know.
I
hope she wakes up and tells the truth.
Well, and if she wakes up and tells the truth, what is she going to say?
She's probably going to say I took the gun away from him and it went off or something stupid.
Took the gun away from who?
From me.
That she took the gun away from you?
Yeah.
Okay, why would she say that?
She don't want me to have anything to do with any firearms. But
Right.
I'm not.
But why would she say that she took it from you?
Because I was drinking.
Okay. But why would she have to take it away from you? Did you have it out?
Oh, no, it was under the pillow.
It was under the pillow that you were laying down on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, if she wakes up, and I'm assuming she's going to tell the truth.
I hoped.
So, she would probably, you think she'd probably say that she took it away from you?
You told me I could see her.
Yeah. I mean, but right now we need to talk about how this happened. How Judy got
I really wish I knew how it happened.
Well,
I really do. I really do. All I know is I heard a bang and she said, I've been shot. And I really wish I knew how it happened.
Anthony had a chance to take responsibility for his actions, but he chose to lie again. This time, he takes it even further, claiming that if Judy were alive, she would defend his innocence. He then spins yet another version that stuns the detectives.
Well, Tony, guess what? I'm going to call you a liar. You are lying to me, and you need to start telling the truth right now. You got a woman that you say you love that is fighting for her life right now, and you're trying to feed me a line of bull like that.
Well, maybe I thought it would scare her.
Scare her what?
What do you mean scare her what?
I mean, how's that going to scare her? She's right behind you. It's going to hit her.
She saved me for 30 years.
So did you point it like this at her to scare her?
No.
Then how were you to scare her?
No. It was under the pillow. I didn't think it'd go anywhere.
So you thought that you were going to scare her by making her think that you were trying to kill yourself?
Yes, sir.
Or by shooting
Yes, sir.
and...
Yes, sir.
So you didn't think that somebody a foot away might get hit by this bullet?
No, sir. That never crossed my mind.
How does it not cross your mind?
I don't know. I'm stupid, I guess.
I mean, bullet stops once it hits something, right? Sometimes.
I thought
I mean, it's got to hit something like this. You thought a pillow was going to stop it?
Yeah, I thought the pillow in the couch was going to stop it. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I did. I swear to God I did.
So you were willing to risk your wife's life on thinking that this pillow or this couch was going to stop a 9mm round.
Anthony is tangled in his own web of lies, rambling aimlessly without considering the consequences. Desperate and grasping at straws, he's clearly trying to save himself, but the detective knows it's time to shift gears and bring out the hard evidence to corner him once and for all.
Now, so is there, when we search your house and look at this couch and look at this pillow,
right?
What's that pillow going to tell us?
It should have a bullet hole in it.
Should have a bullet hole in it?
Yep. Promise you.
Well, I mean, if I knew that that's what I did, then, I mean, there's got to be a bullet hole in there. And I'm telling you right now, guess what else there'd be? You'd have marks to your hair, and you don't. So
there's GSR there.
So you're still feeding me a line.
I'm not.
As Anthony continues to downplay the seriousness of the situation he's in, the investigation team decides to turn up the heat by bringing in the sheriff to join the interrogation and intensify the pressure.
Initially, when we got this call this afternoon, I've been kind of involved with it, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I've listened to everything that you've said. I've been at the hospital. I've talked to medical professionals about this.
Is Judy okay?
I've seen the layout of this trailer, and here's my concerns, okay?
Okay.
I know you're at a tough spot, okay? But as Captain Norman has told you, now, if there's ever a time to tell the truth, it's now, okay? Hang on, hear me out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because we've still yet to hear it, and here's why. Because now, I'm not going to go back and reminisce on the variations of stories that you've given, but now we're to a point to where, if I may, you're expressing and explaining that you're laying on this couch that's here.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
Judy's kicked back in this recliner. Well, there's a wall right here, okay?
Yes, sir.
And this wall comes up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your head's right in here. You're laying here like this, correct?
Yes, sir.
On the couch.
Facing the wall.
Facing the wall, okay? All right. If, and only if, your version now is true, do you know where Judy would have been shot?
No, sir.
At best, just above the ankle. What we have established through the evidence and through medical professionals is that, as it's already been expressed, she did not do this to herself. Okay? There's some information that we have that we know unequivocally that you were the only two in this trailer. Okay? So that leaves you and only you being the only person capable of shooting her. Okay? Now, hear me out. Hear me out. You promised you'd hear me out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Here's where things get so sticky, okay? Because there's going to be people to paint you out as a monster. They're going to paint you out as being a premeditated, cold-blooded killer, okay? Now, listen to me, all right? Things happen, and things happen quickly, all right? But here's where you've got to stop and recognize and realize the importance of telling the truth, okay? Because minus the truth, Tony, people can make this into whatever they want, all right? But here's the thing. What makes it look really bad and what makes the really bad version look more believable is whenever you're telling one untruth after another untruth after another untruth. And the thing is, the only time that you are becoming a little more truthful is after we have expressed and explained the impossibilities to the story you just gave, okay? Now, hear me out. Now, we have now, yet again, another untruth. There's no way, it's impossible for this gun to have been under a pillow, you facing the wall, you pull the trigger without taking aim at her. Now, what I don't know, because I wasn't there, and nor was Captain Norman, what we don't know is what escalated.
Once again, they lay everything out for Anthony. No matter how hard he tries to twist his story, the expert analysis and physical evidence from the camper tear it apart. He's finally forced to face the truth. And just when it seems like he's hit rock bottom, Anthony makes things even worse. He tries to outsmart the detectives and is about to get caught in the act.
Man, what are you looking at yourself for?
Oh, just itching.
Itching. Had
Yeah.
nothing have anything to do with that GSR, does it?
Oh, no. Here, you can do whatever you got to do.
He's going to get the kit. You're in here
Okay.
licking and wiping
Okay.
your hand off.
Oh, man, I've got psoriasis.
This is possibly the dumbest way Anthony could have sabotaged himself, making his situation even worse. He thought he could escape with his lies and the reckless act of wiping off gunpowder residues. But the detective uncovers another crucial piece of evidence from a parallel investigation that can potentially pin him down.
What's going on?
Yesterday, this man come over to my house.
You live over here?
I live right there, yeah.
Okay.
And he was drunk.
Yeah.
And he was talking all kind of crazy. And he said he had a gun. And he was thinking about shooting somebody. And all that, so.
So he just brought the conversation up like out of the blue?
He said, I need to cool off. I was like, what's going on? I haven't met the man from Adam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, I need to cool off. Me and my old lady's been into it. He said, I got a gun. He said, I don't want to go there. Lottie.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was about it. He sat there and just kind of talked. And then he come back over here.
So, what threats did he make? He said, "I'm going to what?"
He just said he had a gun.
Okay.
And he said, I don't want to do that.
But was he implying
I don't,
that? Okay.
I don't know what he was getting at,
Mm-hmm.
but I could smell alcohol really, really heavily on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just...
You never dealt with him before?
I've never met the man. He was just, it was kind of odd.
As if things weren't bad enough, Anthony starts turning on his neighbors, trying to shift the blame onto them. He denies every piece of evidence that could prove his guilt and is desperately holding on to his lies.
Well, neighbors sell drugs. Need a confidential informant?
We'll talk about that maybe a little later.
You remember going over to your neighbor yesterday and talking to them? After you and her had an argument, you and Judy had an argument, you went over and talked to your neighbor?
No, he come over my house.
Okay. You were talking to him after
Yeah.
telling him
Yeah.
that you had an argument, that you and Judy had an argument?
No, I don't.
And
I do not.
So what?
Share our.
What did you talk to your neighbor about then?
Oh, I've got a Bose stereo
Mm-hmm.
hooked up to my TV, and I said, "Come here, Cody, and listen to this." But as far as Eileen and Eddie, no, they don't. I don't remember going over there. No.
I'm done. We're gonna get some paperwork together, okay?
A little glass of water or something.
Get you a glass of water. We're gonna get your paperwork together.
Thanks,
okay?
sir. I appreciate it.
All right.
Since Anthony refuses to back down, even in the final stretch, the detectives decide to break the news of his wife's death, hoping it will make him pause and reflect on his actions.
I don't know how to say this other than we just got notified by the hospital that she didn't make it.
Oh my God. No, don't tell me. Please don't tell me that.
I'll let you.
Did she die?
Yes, sir.
Oh God, no, 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 no. No, please don't tell me that. Please. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. What am I gonna do without her?
I'll let you stay in here for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna
Can
take.
you listen to me? Just
Nah,
they're hurting me.
well, I'm gonna give me a few minutes. I'm gonna let you have a few minutes in here, and then I'm gonna take you on over to the jail. Okay?
My wife's dead.
Though the news of Judy's death brings Anthony to tears, he still refuses to confess his guilt to the cops. Was it his battle with alcohol that spiraled out of control? Or was Judy's death the result of a cold, calculated act, fueled by a hidden grudge? The trial lasted just one day before the jury returned a verdict. Anthony Stalcup was eventually found guilty of murdering his wife in August of 2021, almost 2 years after he shot her inside their camper. In 2023, the Kentucky Supreme Court convicted Anthony of the murder of his wife and sentenced him to 35 years, plus 8 years for unlawful firearm possession, for a total sentence of 43 years in prison.